Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this lecture series, we'll be seeing and discussing about the question bank and answer tips of module 2 of 21EC53 Computer Communication Networks. Come, let's go into the video. Please do like, share, subscribe and comment. First question, demonstrate the characteristics of standard Ethernet. So these are the three important characteristics of standard Ethernet: connectionless and unreliable services. So it is called as connectionless because it is not the frames that are sent from one end to the other end is independent of each other and is not connected with any transmission medium. It is wireless. Unreliable services is because being it is wireless, there will be more loss of data. That is why we term it as unreliable services. And frame format, frame length. Frame format is nothing but this is the frame format of Ethernet, standard Ethernet, where you have preamble, SFD, that is start frame delimiter, destination address, source address, what type of protocol being used, data, and CRC check, cyclic redundancy check. So this is a complete frame format, and it also depends upon the frame length. So the complete Ethernet frame will have a minimum length of 512 bits. In the last series of video, we would have seen about the access control of standard Ethernet, where we would have determined about the transmission rate and the number of bits that is transmitted. So minimum length is 512 bits, or you can term it in bytes as 64 bytes. So these are the three characteristics. Next question, explain the frame format of Ethernet frame. So this is the Ethernet frame. You will completely draw this with all these minimum payload lengths, how many bytes, how many bits for each of the blocks, and then each block will be explained in detail. What is destination address, what is source address, what is CRC, why it has been used, what is data and padding, what is the minimum and maximum length of data that is being carried. All those will be completely explained. So moving on to the next question, calculate the efficiency of standard Ethernet. In the standard Ethernet with the transmission rate of 10 Mbps, length of the cable 2 into 10 to the power of 8 m per second, and find the efficiency of standard Ethernet. So this is the efficiency you will calculate. This is the formula. So 1 by 1 plus 6.4 into alpha. So alpha is nothing but the propagation delay divided by your transmission delay. So propagation delay is nothing but your 2500 divided by 2 into 10 to the power of 8, the length of the cable. And then the transmission delay is nothing but number of bits that has been transmitted, 512 into divided by 10 to the power of 7. So you will get in microseconds, and then the alpha will be calculated with these two values, which will give you the efficiency 39%. Yes. Moving on to the next question, demonstrate the most popular standard Ethernet implementation with need diagram. So these are the implementation, standard Ethernet implementation, 10 base 5, 10 base 2, 10 base T and 10 base F. So these are the four implementations available. You will be drawing, writing this block, and then each 10 base 5 will have a diagram, 10 base 2 will have a diagram, 10 base T and F will have a diagram. You will be drawing that, and you will be determining where it has been used and what kind of medium it has been using. All those in detail you will be writing. Next, compare the architecture of wired and wireless LAN. So this is wired, having a switch connected to each host, and having you don't have any switch, host is at one end, but still communication takes place. This is wireless. So what is the characteristics, sorry, the architecture? Medium. So the medium will be differing from wired to wireless. And host, isolated LANs, connection to the other net. So medium is nothing but in what kind of medium it has been, the wired has been used, or what medium does wireless communication takes place, because wireless is air, the medium is air. Here you have transparent transmission links that has been connected. Then host is, which will be the host if it is an connected wired LAN. So you will have a switch or a hub for a host. Here each and every nodes will act as a host. And isolated LANs, so this is the isolated LANs. You will call this isolated LANs of wireless as ad hoc network. and connection to the other network being wireless and wired, how each of the every host or the end of one end of the connection will be connected to the other networks will be explained. So these are the four architectures of wired and wireless LAN. Discuss the characteristics and access control of wireless LAN. So there are four characteristics available. Attenuation. So attenuation being electromagnetic signals, they will attenuate a lot. So we have that one characteristics. Interference being wireless communication, obviously there will be more number of noise, more amount of noise that has been produced between the communication happening, that is interference. Multipath propagation is nothing but it will take different paths. Being wireless, there will be no dedicated path, it can take multiple paths for propagating the data. And error, it depends upon SNR, signal to noise ratio. When the signal is high, noise will be low. When the noise is high, signal will be less. So that is the signals to noise ratio error. This is the characteristic, and access control can be determined by this diagram, that is hidden problem. We call it as hidden problem, where this is the range of A and C. So here when you see that the station B and C will be hidden from each other. A will be the host communicating with C and B. B can communicate with A and C, or if B wants to communicate with C, it can be done only through C. And this is the hidden state problem, which we call it as access control of wireless LAN. So hope you have understood these small tips given for you. Please follow this to clear your exam. Thank you. Stay tuned for more information.